This is what the world saw as broad reforms began 40 years ago, a nation driven by pedal power. Back then, fewer than 1 in 5 people in China lived in urban areas, and bikes were all they needed. But spokes and handlebars have given way to this. Progress can bring headaches. Just ask 29-year-old Zhang Yipeng.
Oh, it's terrible. Too many cars, always.
Zhang sits in traffic staring at brake lights more than an hour each day on his 10-kilometer commute to work. It's a historic city that has a recorded history dating back some 3,000 years. But for all its celebrated past, Beijing was not designed for 22 million people or 5 million plus cars.
You have a box, it only holds so much, and once it gets beyond that, then you start to have problems. But this was just a symptom of success. Everyone wanted to be in Beijing.
China is working to eliminate its nightmarish traffic jams and the ills they bring. Part of that is by the development of so-called cluster cities, an effort to keep workers closer to their homes and less time sitting idly in traffic. Change is coming, fueled by something the experts call China speed.
It's something where they just say, look, we're going to get this thing done. We have the tools to do it, and we'll take care of everything as we go along.
For example, all car makers in China, domestic and foreign, must turn out a certain number of electric and hybrid vehicles every year. One look at the notorious air pollution explains why. Einer Tangen, who worked for years on development in the United States, says for decades Americans have tried and failed to get drivers to go green.
You're a cheerleader. You go out there and say, please, this is the vision for the future. Follow me. In China, they say, this is the vision of the future, and here's the plan and the timetable, and this is when it's going to be done.
It's coming, but that is down the road. First, China must win over people like Zhang Yipeng.
A new energy car is not ideal for me right now compared to the gasoline-powered car. Gas vehicles have better power and are more stylish.
Sitting in traffic, it's hard to believe that China has more than 130,000 kilometers of highways, more than anywhere else on Earth, and enough to circle the globe more than 3 times. And while many experts believe eventually China will have the first city that is all electric or driverless, reality is this is a nation that must now rely on patience. Sean Caleb's CGTN, Beijing.